Hi, I'm Kathleen.
And I'm Sean.
And you're listening to the Dead Baby Bear podcast.
Dead Baby Bear.
Ooh.
Long story.
Don't give them microphones is my favorite
that's
new
true
thing.
because I don't know any girls who talk without having something valuable to contribute.
No, that's not what I'm
Let's
saying.
start this podcast right away with, well, sometimes girls do this. And
That's
sometimes
not what I'm saying.
But no, you're absolutely right.
I think it's just funny though
I don't
because
fuck like.
But now women are now saying like, okay, well, you're balding, so you fix that and I won't gain weight after I have 2 babies, like that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
And it's like very funny to watch each huge side
Oh
of that
God,
fight.
yeah,
It's just like that's all.
I can't imagine how many guys are trying to do their own little fucking garage Joe Rogan.
A lot.
Right,
A lot.
where they're in their garage with their buddies and they're like, it's like Rogan said. It's like, dude, you're breaking down soap operas here.
Yeah.
Like, this is what chicks do, over
It would be
soup.
nice if podcasts
Like,
could get
I
vetted.
don't like the new Chad. That's all you're doing. I don't know. It's dumb.
It would be nice if podcasts could get vetted. Like, if there
We'd
was
be
like
done. We'd be done.
No, people would listen. I think we're not idiots, are we? We're idiots, but
If you have to
But
say,
just for
if you have to say,
for
are
being
we after?
somewhat entertained? I've tried to listen to because I always like to find new murder podcasts, and it is like there's millions of them out there, but it is like very rare to find one that's like listenable and like just like
Some of them are awful.
some of them are just
Not
so,
every
and that's
murder
just
needs
murder
to be.
podcasts.
Yeah, it's like
Every murder.
not every murder is podcastable.
You know how I know that they've covered
She
every
just
single
fell down.
murder?
Leave her alone. Get these fucking cameras out of here. It was an accident.
You know
Well, it was so close to a murder that we're thinking of doing a fucking Netflix series on it.
We should do an attempted murder podcast.
Oh, you should have seen how he ducked at the last second. And these next 4 episodes will catalog his fucking next 4 years going through engineering school. I was at Circle K getting
Getting our lottery
stuff,
tickets.
and it was funny because the lady in front of me, I was like, "What the fuck is taking so long?" And then I look, and she's getting her groceries at Circle K.
Circle K.
Circle K groceries.
Like, but what?
She had fruits. She had
They have fruit?
banana. Oh yeah, they have fruit. They have everything. It was one of the big Circle Ks.
There's a bigger Circle K?
She had bread, ice cream, milk, chocolate bars, fruit, like pasta. She got groceries there.
That's crazy. Maybe she lives close and doesn't have a car.
Maybe
It's closer, and then instead of getting delivery, which is so expensive.
Can you imagine getting Skip the dishes to go to Circle K for you and pick up your fucking groceries? That is the ultimate power
Okay,
move.
I've done that
If
when I
you're
was high
rich,
and I
if
wanted
you-
munchies. I've done it, but not for groceries. Like it's
For
all junk
of it.
food.
Yeah,
No.
bread, fruit.
No, junk
I
food.
I want that guy to go in there and kind of touch bananas. Not this one, Frankie.
Have you ever done that one? The one where they Instacart, where they grocery shop for you?
I have done it where they're like, "Are you okay with the substitutions?"
Yeah, that's
and I'm
the one.
like,
It's so weird.
Let's not go over it. Yes. Like
It's
I
just
just
so
say yes.
much
What do you mean I'm not?
work.
What am I going to be not okay with this? Let's go over the substitutions now.
It's less work to go and get the groceries yourself than to have like someone texting you every 2 minutes. Oh, they don't have milk. Would you prefer water?
I don't do
they
it. Here's why I don't do it, because my wife does it.
Yeah.
She likes it, but I am not against it because you just think like, well, what is the motive on their end? It's so they can get rid of all their shit, right? Because if I go in, I'm gonna.
Yeah, you're not gonna get
if
the
I go
best
in,
picks. Wow,
yeah,
that is
like if you go in, you can be like, no, thank you, that mango.
Yeah.
No, thank you, that type of. And they're just like,
Interesting.
get that chicken from the back, Randy.
That's interesting.
There's a delivery coming in. Get that skank chicken that was under the garbage for 10 days.
Well, you know what else is
Are you
funny
okay
about-
with the substitutions? Yes, I'm fine with the green chicken.
with grocery stores though? Grocery stores food is rotting because it's too expensive. People aren't buying it. Like meat,
That's who they deliver
Yeah,
it to.
I
That's who
know.
you. Like, yeah, go ahead. You can open it yourself. Oh, here you go. Here you go.
Oh my God, 'cause
You're like, oh, I
meat
didn't
is
have to
like-
walk around to get all this rancid food.
do you,
But yeah, I mean, that's what I think.
I believe you. I believe you 100%. Like I agree with that. Yeah.
For sure. I think the owner of Walmart is like, yeah, be as discerning as they would be.
Yes. No. Definitely.
I don't want you just yanking that off the shelves willy-nilly and throwing it into carts and getting it out of here.
Don't you dare put your finger on that melon. Don't you even feel the top of that melon.
No. Don't even touch it. I'll fucking waterboard you again if you start touching fruit.
It is crazy how expensive groceries have gotten in a year. Like it's insane. Like you don't leave the grocery store anymore if you buy a few things that like spending less than $50.
Well, at least it doesn't squeeze out the little guy.
Oh my god.
Oh my god. It's just gonna be me, you, and Walmart in a while. It's just dead baby bear, the fucking cockroach of audio.
Oh my god, that's the best ever. We are the cockroach of audio.
And here's the sketch idea for the Skip the Dishes. Me and you go dress in Skip the Dishes uniforms with our thermal bags like around our neck or whatever, and we just go into places that we shouldn't be. Like we go into businesses where there's no reason for us to be there, and we like sit.
You go to the dentist.
Yeah, go to the dentist, sit in the waiting room. Like anybody, I just sit there and people are like, "What the fuck?" And then eventually, because you go into an environment like a dentist, that's perfect. Where somebody eventually is going to say, "Do you have an appointment, sir?" And then you just say, "No, I'm just here to pick up." And then they're like, "What?" And you say, "Teeth." And then they think you're crazy, and you're like, "I'm not crazy. There's a guy who ordered it.
The guy that ordered it is crazy.
That guy who ordered it is fucking nuts."
And
some guy ordered teeth from me.
Children's teeth. He ordered children's teeth.
He's already transferred me the $80. So I'm just here to pick up any bicuspids or molars or whatever the fangy ones are. What are those called?
The fangs.
Oh, but could we do that? We've never done any of our sketch ideas, but
no,
that'd be
we
kind
just
of fun.
talk about them. Might as well do them at one point.
Yeah.
We should do a sketch show called. I guess we'll do it at one point.
It'll just be like all of our sketch ideas in 30 seconds. And that's the only way it could be entertaining, is if it was cut like that.
I think watching me and you do sketch would be entertaining, but for people because it's so bad.
Yeah, because you're bad at acting and I'm ugly, right? So it's like Sean's not a bad actor, but he's sick.
I'm not a bad actor.
You're a bad actor. You're a good look. That's why we're a bad combo. You're a terrible You're an attractive, terrible actor, and I'm an unattractive, excellent actor.
Okay. Let me just get your Oscar, Sean. The only thing I've ever heard you act in is as Otto von Frank in Frank's diary.
The Diary of Anne Frank.
Diary of Anne Frank.
Yeah, no, that's what.
And I also saw you.
That was when I did. Did I talk? I must have talked about that on the podcast. Where
you have talked about being in before.
Being Otto Frank.
Yeah. I think so, but I don't remember too much.
Where the fuck did I leave my keys? Like I used to do that at rehearsals where like for a minute and a half, Otto Frank starts the Diary of Anne Frank going through the old attic and like piecing together the times and smelling fucking cat
did you have to
stuff. And then after a minute, he just like bursts out into tears and like falls to his knees. But like during dress rehearsals and stuff, I would just be like, where the fuck did I leave my keys? So yeah, I would do like 90 seconds of Otto Frank almost crying.
Yeah, I also saw.
But I never did it in a real show.
I also saw when you got that comedy network when you won Homegrown, and then they gave you a comedy network sketch on television.
No, that worked out good.
I can't believe you're sitting next to me claiming to be a good actor with that floating out there somewhere.
What the? No, there's some excellent acting.
It was pretty funny. He was like Ashton, because what were you doing? It was like video on trial.
Hey, I criticize videos.
Yeah.
That's what I do. I'm a criticizer of videos. It was called, I can't remember what I called it.
But it was funny. When you
super
were
happy.
Like Ashton Kutcher. Oh, yeah. Super funny, happy show or something.
Super video fail.
Super video fail. Yeah.
Super video fail.
I wonder if we could find that. I'm going to look for that tonight.
You can. It's on there.
Okay, well, I'll have to put it on our Instagram
Probably some
account.
child put it on. Like a fucking infant.
Your son.
Accidentally, it just rolled out of an external hard drive and onto the internet somewhere. I don't know.
But yeah, you did do that acting.
Yes, I did do that acting. No, I was not a good actor. I could never do anything serious ever. I could never do it. Nothing serious ever worked.
I was in an after school. Oh, he found it? Jim found it.
What is it you do? I am a pop culture analyst / expert. What is that exactly? I make fun of things. Brutal. What was that? That was stupid. You're stupid. Did I always know I could make fun of things? Yes. In junior high and high school, if someone said or did something that was stupid, I was always the first person to say, that was stupid, or you're dumb. It was usually someone way less popular than me, which was virtually everyone.
Yeah, we're not going to listen for 5.5 minutes,
No,
but
we don't need to fucking roll that.
we know that it's out there, so that's good. To our 2 listeners, Google that.
640 views in 10 years, bro.
Holy shit, really?
How much is that per day?
Sean, you can go and tell your sons that you're a YouTube star.
Yeah, I'm gonna make it, kids. Don't worry about it. What's happening in this week in Convoy?
Oh, God, who knows? I just I don't know. I want both sides to get COVID and die.
Both, everybody.
I'm just so
That's
exhausted.
everybody.
I'm tired of everybody. I'm tired of people that want to wear masks for the rest of their life. I'm tired of people that don't.
Yeah.
I'm
Well,
tired.
we're the only podcast whose listenership wouldn't be hurt.
They would not be.
We wouldn't have any fewer listeners.
No.
Other people would be struggling, but not us. Be
No.
like, no, this is where we've lived for years, pal. We've been doing music in the corner of a loud bar our entire lives.
No, I don't like the convoy, but I don't. I'm actually tired of all protests now, though. I'm just saying, I think everyone just needs to shut the fuck up for a while. We need to all shut the fuck up. Let's cancel this podcast for a bit. We all need to shut
Everybody
the fuck up.
shut the fuck up.
Could we just have a holiday, a day of you know how Remembrance Day you have to have a moment of silence? Can we have a 24-hour day of shut the fuck up? Everybody shut the fuck up. I don't want to hear what you have to say anymore.
I just want to do a troll account of where I just one up everybody's conspiracy. Because if you
You
believe,
could. There are people out
because
there
if you
doing it. It's
believe
hilarious.
if you believe more than
Yeah.
them, then you're smarter.
Yeah.
That's the great thing is if you just believe one extra layer
Oh,
of
yeah.
a lie, you're smarter than they are.
Yeah.
So you can just dunk on fucking. So if somebody's like, these truckers are out there stopping tyranny and communism and enslavement, and then you go, nice try, but it's a false flag operation,
Yeah.
and these people are actually brought by the government to help them enact martial law, which is phase 1 of the Great Reset.
Yeah.
Now you just boop LeBron. Fuck you, baby conspiracy theorist. I just fucking rolled over your face with my
should
cock
do
and
that.
dunked.
You should do that.
Because you can just dunk on all of them.
Oh, it's fun.
You just go one layer deeper than they're willing to go to.
I like going into see, this is what I've learned. Going into lives and being mean to people, it doesn't get you anywhere. Going into lives and pretending to agree with everything they say and pumping their tires, and they're I was bored and I was in a live and there was just 2 guys in their 30s who were truck drivers who
Awesome.
were both it was at 3 a.m. They were both
The only-
obviously drunk and had driven home from the convoy, and they were doing they weren't together. It was a live where there was one guy in the screen. Anyway, they were just talking about how tough it is life, and we're only supposed to drive 17 hours a week, but most of us drive 30. And then it's isn't that unsafe for people around you? But anyway, so this is a point. Oh yeah, at one point the 2 guys were going, and I'm just really excited that there are some real men out there still. And I kept on doing that. They're like, thank you, that's nice, it's hard. There's not that many of us anymore. And they were
Yeah,
just
it's hard being a real natural man.
was
So many
so-
guys with fake dicks and
was so
unreal
easy.
hair.
It was so easy to get them to say stupid stuff. It was so much fun. I
just
need to get a life.
That's
I
what's-
need to get a life.
It's everything's so predictable, right?
Yeah.
The convoy is very evangelical, right? It's very end times. That's what those
Yeah.
people are. And that's why I find so annoying about it. It's why would I take any public health advice from people who think we live forever?
Yeah.
The fuck are you talking about? You think we live forever and I'm going to take advice from you on public safety?
Yeah. You know why?
Even
they
if
live
you're
forever,
wrong,
'cause
you're
they're
like,
not
whoopsie daisy, I
vaccinated.
got forever. Oh, well, I fucked that up. I don't know. I'm
I
not
think
a fan.
that with the whole vaccination issue, let's just let it run free. If you don't want to vaccinate your kids, fine. But don't run to the hospital when they have rubella.
Yeah, put them in a litter box, pour honey in it, and roll them.
They can do whatever they want in the government, apparently. So just go and make a rule, and with the healthcare system.
No, just parenting is easy. It's just it reminds me of being a hockey coach, because it's the same thing where everybody thinks well, fuck. Doesn't matter who you talk to. They're, it's these kids are unruly. Everybody's like, oh, not if I fucking went in there.
Yeah.
Not if I fucking had an opportunity to rattle their cage. And then every single time I've seen a person enter a dressing room and be like, hey, their kids are always they'll just do a mock impression of what they just said, and then everybody will laugh, and they'll be like, okay, I'll be back here for the rest of the year. I won't be addressing the team ever again because they made fun of my voice because it is a little shrill. But But yeah, everybody thinks they're gonna rock it.
Oh, God.
People that are non-parents are like, oh, this is what I'd fucking do. I think, no, you wouldn't, because then you'd love them. Like, it's easy to be like, oh yeah, I wouldn't do that shit. You spoil them, but then you have them, and you're like, look at how spoiled they are.
Yeah.
Oh, it's like you with dogs, right?
My
Like
kids would
Eugene
be
has
so
way too
spoiled.
much.
Oh, way too much. My kids, if I had kids, they would be like spoiled.
Dogs aren't supposed to have birthday
ridiculous.
parties. They're not supposed to know. Nobody's supposed to fucking know. Nobody's supposed to care. When does he turn 4?
He turns
Sometime
4.
in
He's
the
already-
summer. We got him in the... Like, that's why I'm never like, here's my animal's birthday. Shut your fucking mouth.
Well,
I'm
you
not
came to
celebrating-
Eugene's birthday and you
I'm
ate
not
the free food and you drank the fruit.
The day you got him. The day you got him. That's what we're going with.
Kids, you know why
The
some
day you
people have
got
to
'em.
say that? Because
Can you
people
find out an
don't-
animal's birthday? Can you be like,
Well,
what's the DOB on this animal?
not if they're adopted.
Because I only want to
probably.
celebrate a true birthday.
Yeah, I know. Not if they're not. Like, we just subtracted 6 months because they told us Eugene was 6 months. So from the day we got him, we took 6 months off. That was his birthday. But like, yeah, no.
Which is
people
9
do that,
dog years.
but 9 dog.
It's funny when you look at dog ages and you're
But
like,
you have to
holy
admit
shit,
that dog
Eugene's
parties
97.
are pretty fun.
They are. They're more fun than kids' parties because
Yes.
they're not freaking out too much,
Yeah.
you know. And it's not like now she got you that bone. Make sure you bite on that bone as much as you bite on your other bone.
Yeah.
Because your grandma got you that bone, and I haven't seen you biting it at all. You know, there's none of that for dogs. So dogs have a great birthday. They get to fucking shoot.
I
They
don't
get to
know
like what they like.
I don't know what your deal is. Why you hate fun so much.
It's not like I hate fun. I just hate celebrating fake birthdays. I want to know when Eugene came out of another dog's vagina.
Me
Then
too.
I'll party.
I would like to know that as well. I would like to know.
What day
his
does
actual
that fall on? I'll make myself available every year.
Let me do some like research. I'm gonna start doing his family tree.
That is my favorite thing about like Chihuahua owners is like how many times throughout their lives they'll talk about like the Mexican heritage of this animal.
Adam always does that.
I
like,
love
as a
it.
joke.
I love how many fucking times Chihuahua owners are like, well, he's quite cold, you see, because for his people,
He's from
it's
Guadalajara.
quite nippy. You know, this might seem warm to us humans, but not my Mexico dog.
Adam likes to say that because Eugene's a corgi Chihuahua, so he's like, you know,
So he's part lazy
that's his
and part or whatever.
Mexican side, and that's his British side.
Yeah, the British side is lazy.
Oh, really?
British people are lazy.
Yeah.
Well, they think we're weird. They don't like. They're not like Canadians are awesome.
No.
They're like, why do you live there? It's cold. Why would you live cold places?
Yeah.
Yeah, they don't understand why you would make this choice. They look at it as like Siberia, Australia, right? Like
Yeah.
just fucking walk. Go walk until you see kangaroos and then stay. You know, why the fuck did you like, let's keep walking. I mean, it doesn't make sense. None of it makes sense
No.
that we settled here. None of it makes sense. Why the fuck would we ever do that?
Probably because it was empty and free. That's probably why.
And now
If
we've lost
there
our
was a
freedoms.
yeah, I know. We've
Me and
lost them
Theo
all.
Fleury and Terry Fox agree.
I love how
If
people
Terry
are
Fox
speaking
and
for
Theo
Terry
Fleury can
Fox.
agree on anything,
I love that
it's
people
everything.
Speaking for a man that died like over 3 decades ago. No, he would have been on. He would have been on our side. He would have been so. He would have hopped in here with us, and he would
yeah,
have been on our side.
that's the nice thing about our deaths is nobody's gonna be like, what? No, I guarantee if Kathleen was here, she'd want me to buy that barbecue. Everybody know Kathleen wouldn't have fucking cared
No.
if you had a barbecue. That's the thing about narcissism is you're like, Kathleen wouldn't have said anything because it's
She
your
only cared
life.
about herself. She doesn't care about.
You
what
know
you
she
think.
wouldn't have. Well, okay, then we can agree that Kathleen would have done it for herself. Yes. And should I not be like Kathleen, our dead aunt? Oh well. One day
Oh
you'll
my
be
God.
free. That's the funny thing about even evangelicals. I don't understand. Like they're not. Even if they go to heaven, it's not going to be forever. Forever can't be real, right? So they're going to be at heaven,
Yeah.
hanging out, having a good time. And then somebody's going to say like, yeah, it's cool, but our God burns out in 3 billion years.
That is true.
It
like
has to end. Your
if
God
you
can't
think
use
about,
forever.
and also if you think about it, heaven's been around for how long and how many people have died? Heaven's pretty full. I feel like where is this? Is heaven?
They've
just
expanded. They have
everywhere?
expanded.
Like
they're
is
into
it
the
just-
parking lot.
But the thing is, like,
There's nowhere to park.
but the thing with Earth is when people
There's nowhere to
when
park
new
your
people.
soul. He's driving around this giant fucking soul parking lot. You can't park there, sir. Just like no valet. Some heaven this turned out to be.
Just the family in the back fighting.
Yeah.
Why? No, where was I? I was going to say something.
Oh, sorry. A man took over the fucking
Fucking,
podcast.
why are we
again.
giving Sean a microphone?
Men don't deserve it.
Ah, crap. What were we even talking about? Heaven. Oh,
Heaven.
yeah. This is what I feel is like. This is why I don't believe heaven is real, because at least on earth, when someone is born, they're taking the place of someone that has died. But in heaven, we're just stacking angels up there. We're just shoving more. We're just shoehorning in a million angels a day. Like, where are all these angels living? There's no way that they're all up there. There's no way that the world is.
Yeah. It's, I don't know. I think you just live with your family in a condo. I think it's like China. I think it's a lot like China,
What do you
unfortunately.
think hell is like then?
I think
it's like an
is
all-inclusive.
also China.
It's like an all-inclusive resort, but with no air conditioning.
Yes. One day we're
Also
gonna have our own fucking radio show. Me and you.
One day someone will pay us to get high and sit around and talk.
In the morning. Oh no, this is
Sean's
I decided
idea
I'm
of
like,
like
I'm fucking doing something real with our scratching and money. Why the
This
fuck
was
are we just
$30?
No. I pocketed most of it.
Okay, that's fine. That's fine.
that
I was just
winnings is-
I don't care if you pocketed all of it.
That
I
winnings
just
already
didn't want
went
this to
into-
be a $15 meal, because if this is $15,
No.
fuck the world.
No, these are $5.60 each.
Okay, I guess that's not.
So somebody's
awful.
taking them. And then we have a real thing that somebody can consume
Sean's gonna take them, you know.
instead of a thing we just throw in the garbage.
Because what other human being in this room would be like, shepherd's pie?
What's
Like,
wrong with a
come
good
on.
shepherd's pie? Jim
It's-
likes shepherd's pie.
I don't mind it, but it's also kind of gross.
It's not kind.
Ground beef covered with a potato layer.
I don't know. Is it a boy thing? Is it
I
like the
think-
Tom Waits of food?
It just doesn't seem. It's a very white.
I always thought there'd be
meal,
plenty
too.
of girls that are like,
It feels like this is the most bland meal you could ever have. Oh, yeah, I add hot sauce to it. Yeah, okay. But this is a very white cisgender male meal. This is a cisgender white man meal. I'm not making fun of shepherd's pie. I'm making fun of the people that eat it.
British people. Some British, a lot of beer. I don't know who made
I
it.
don't know why I'm saying this, but I'm trying to be contrarian because Sean is also.
I'm not a contrarian. I say what's real.
What? Anyway.
No, we're going to go. I think we should. Here's another business idea.
Mm-hmm.
We go into marketing, work for 630 Ched, and then make like 1 million Chedophile shirts.
Can we just make those shirts for ourselves? I'll wear it around.
That'd be kind of fun. Yeah, just
Chedophile?
like, yeah,
Are
like
you
I
kidding
just
me?
love Ched, you know?
Oh my god. I want a Genophile shirt so bad. we gotta talk to Lisa's man
well,
because get him to make us
Yeah, you could make
Genophile
some
shirts.
Chedophile shirts, and then you just give them to old people.
They would love it.
Because old people love Ched.
I'm a Genophile.
So you can just get them to, you just go to an old person's house, be like, who's your favorite Ched? Like, oh, I'm a morning gal. I'm up early.
We need to find the director of like marketing at Ched and send an email
Yes,
seriously and see what
of
they
course.
say.
Oh, yeah, and
we
they'd
should
be in,
send a
sure
mock-up.
they'd be into it. Right-wing evangelical Mormon
We should
radio.
send it, but they might not understand it.
I'm
That's the
I'm
best
hoping their
part.
listeners won't.
They probably won't understand
Half of
it.
their listeners will just wear a Chedophile shirt. What does that mean? It just means you love Ched.
You love Ched. The early
Yeah.
episodes. The early years.
You like early Ched.
It's-
You like Rutherford, not
I'm
the new
mostly,
guy.
yeah, I'm saying I miss Rutherford. I miss, who else was on there? Who else was a big Morley Safer? Oh, no, that's on
There
60
was
Minutes.
Bob,
There was another weird-
Bob Layton.
Bob Layton.
I'm Bob Layton.
But there was like a Morley or a Morris or
Morley
something.
Scott.
Morley Scott.
Yeah,
Yeah.
there was they just kept guys on. They just wheeled them in. Oh boy, did
Oh,
they wheel them
because
in.
those guys were holding on to their jobs for dear life and they were not going
I
to let
don't
anyone come
get
in and
it.
take them.
Well, because they were their fans were old. So it's like, hey, we gotta. So every they probably were like, we gotta get young, spruce it up. Ryan Jesperson, let's get cooking here. Let's get young and hip
I'm
and
gonna
cool.
I'm gonna send Chedo to Ryan Jesperson. I can see what he thinks. He'll think
I'm a
it's fun.
Chedophile. And then it's just
And we could do a contest where they have to answer the phone. Hi, I'm a Chedophile, and if we call, they win $500.
how many Chedophiles live there? Oh, we're all Chedophiles.
I'm
There's 8 of us in here in this small little bungalow.
Chedophiles live here.
We're loving the new lawn signs.
should start like
It's the talk of the neighborhood.
We should start a marketing company where we people hire us to slander their competition and
Yes.
fuck with their
Yeah,
competition.
we just like, hey, listen, we're gonna fucking destroy 630 Jed. What do you think of that, Power 92? Or whatever the fuck.
I don't think Power 92 exists anymore. I don't think it exists anymore.
There's a reason for that. But yeah, so every meeting in Ched was like, we need to get younger, hipper, cooler. And
Yeah.
then their listenership just kept getting older.
Yeah.
And pills that kept them alive even longer.
Yeah.
You know, if they wouldn't have many listeners if like pills weren't here.
Do you think that talk radio is for old people because they get sick of the new music? Do you know what I mean? Like
They
no.
like their old, they like reminders of the olden days.
Yeah.
They like to live in a perpetual state of 32.
Yeah.
Like most people. So
Yeah.
they're just like they're fighting through their day to be like, how do I get to 32 again? Where's 32? Over here. Like, you don't want to feel old. Like, that's new music. Ouch. Everybody else knows the words but me. So everybody's fighting for 32. So
Did you
those-
watch
and
the
those
Super Bowl?
Yeah, I did watch.
Did you
some of
watch
it.
the game or did you just watch halftime?
I didn't watch halftime.
Oh, so you only watched the game?
I only watched the game.
Nobody watches just the game.
I do.
Did you really not watch halftime? I didn't watch
No.
it at all, but
No, I didn't watch halftime. I just kind of fast forwarded to watch the game. Yeah, I'd heard
everybody
it was
said
good.
I've seen clips of it and stuff. And apparently Eminem took a knee, or I saw it. He did. He took a knee at the end. And then of course there's all
Or
these.
as they said at church, dropped a contact.
He's like, oh, I'm not making a statement. I just can't see out of
Where
my
is
left
that cocksucking?
I just love when people do like, and then the internet erupts with idiots. Just like I saw this one woman who was like, I don't know if you noticed, but the only white person on the stage knelt. What do you think about that?
Pretty disgusting.
Like, why where do you get like the brain?
You can't even get support from your own people.
Like, I just thought it was ridiculous. And then I'm going through everything because I'm a little high, but did you see Kanye West like going fucking bananas on?
No.
He's deleted them all. He
What
has
did he go crazy on?
because he wants Kim Kardashian back. You need to look into this because you would think it's hilarious. Like he wants her back so he's like trolling her. He's putting up posts about like fuck if you Skeet, he calls Pete Davidson Skeet. If you see Skeet, yell Kim Ye forever. He's crazy. Like he's lost his mind. But it was entertaining this weekend. I kept my mind off the stupid Convoy. But yeah, he
Sent a truck full of roses to her house for Valentine's Day.
he basically looks like an insane stalker, but because he's celebrity, people are like, yeah, win her back. I'm like, he's harassing her. Like, this is called harassment. He like posted texts that she's like, I would like you to keep these private. He posts them. And then
And he's like, why wouldn't I? I got a text from my favorite person in the world.
yeah, I retweeted that picture and I said, my fans are horrible. No, because they're just, but it's just like this year more than ever. And I can't believe this hasn't happened sooner, but celebrities are bringing their mess out for everyone to see, like the Britney Spears and Jamie Lynn Spears thing, and they're constantly fighting online, and it's just like, this is ridiculous, but it's also like, well, this is good entertainment.
I guess that's what
I think we're
like
gonna
2
see
years
more.
kinda cooped up and and people on opposite sides of things.
We're
like,
gonna see more of this, like
that's what people forget about being a politician is like we would all suck at it. Mm-hmm. All of us would suck at it.
because you can't go in and do everything you want to do. It's just not possible.
And everything you do is on record. And you're going to make mistakes a lot. You're
Yeah.
going to do like 2 good things and a bad thing. And nobody's going to remember the 2 good things. They're going to remember the bad thing.
Absolutely.
And then you're going to get beat over the head with every mistake you made. And that's just your life now.
Yeah.
It's like, so that's what's crazy when you're like, I fucking hate this politician. It's
Yeah.
like that is an indictment of your own personal character.
it's awful when it's
The
a
fact that you
personality trait that you
the
hate
fact
a politician.
that you care that much
Yeah.
about somebody who, if you were to replace him, you would not be doing better.
Yeah, no.
You would not be doing personally better because
Yeah.
you'd get in there and go, first thing I'm going to fucking do is get rid of that fucking thing. And they'll be like, well, that's legally impossible.
Yeah.
The first 80 things I said were legally impossible.
Well, that's kind of like what Trump did when he wanted all this stuff, and they're like, no, there are laws to prevent people from coming in and doing this. Like,
yeah.
But
So you put a civilian in there.
I don't know
and
what you have to be a sociopath to want to be a politician.
It's insane.
I can't even like imagine wanting to go through that. Like, first of all, in order to get your job, you have to be the most popular, which is like, and then like, yeah, there is no pleasing everybody.
And 15, no matter who you are, 15% of the population
will hate you.
Is going to think you're sent from Satan.
Yeah.
Like whether it be Trump or Trudeau or Obama or Bush.
Anything.
Or 15% of everybody who knows you thinks you're satanic.
Yeah.
Who would bring that on themselves?
It doesn't sound like fun
You're
to me.
Satan.
And also, it's just constantly people saying the customer's always right, but instead of saying customer's always right, they're like, you work for me. Like just constantly people just saying.
Yeah, because the only time customer is always wrong is sex work, right? Because then if you're like, that was terrible service, I want to speak to your manager.
So you bring in his
the girl's pimp. Like, you don't want to talk to my fucking manager.
You do not.
He'll come into your fucking
He'll kill you.
Leave that fucking money on the nightstand and leave,
Yeah.
or I'll send my manager in here.
There's no survey for you to fill out on the way out.
In this hotel, Karens die. We fucking murder Karens. I have a problem with it. Death.
You know what else has been popping up now too is people like just saying shit back to them. Like there's this one video of a woman who's like, I think she's trying to rent a boat, and the girl's like, we don't have any boats, we're out. And she goes, I want to rent a boat. And she's like, I want to talk to your manager. So the girl just like squats down behind the counter, turns around, and she's like, hello. And the lady's like, you're terrible. It's just fun watching these people's heads explode. But you know, most Karens are people that come from the customer's always right generation, because they still have this thing in their mind that like, but no, the customer is not always right anymore. That whole concept is gone because there's just too much of everything. Like if you don't like a pizza place, you don't have to go back there ever.
It's like people that kind of feel powerless in their own lives. Like
Yes.
in their own lives, they're like, I don't have any fucking control.
Yeah.
Let's go to Chili's. Listen, you fucking bitch. This menu used to have fries. You know, and it's the only place on earth where that human being has to be like, here we fucking go with this shit. There's nowhere else on earth where you get like where a human has to stand there.
Nobody has
and even
been
that
paid
wall's coming
enough
down.
to do
That wall's coming down.
Yeah.
Like
that,
that is the next big wall to come down.
Well,
is
people
like
are-
customers blah blah blah, and then an employee can never say a cross word. I think like
that's gone.
That might be coming to an end.
People are like, a lot of people are talking back to these people now, and they're just ignoring them.
When you call someone and you go, oh, you swore? Oh, we don't have to say that. Sorry.
Yeah.
Now, in person, you can just be like...
That's always been the case.
Yeah,
As a person
leave.
that worked at a call center like years ago, if you swear at us, but yeah, that's true. But if you swore at at least our policy, and most of them was like, you can just hang up on the person. It doesn't matter.
Yeah, because it's all under the umbrella of bullying.
Yeah. Oh, I
Right,
used to
like-
get, my job was to be yelled at all day by people. Like, it was like ridiculous.
Even when I go to a store and like the person that works there is short with me, I have an understanding that they go through this 100 times a day.
Yeah. And
So
they're
I'm
making
like touching
maybe
something
$15
and they're like,
an hour. just
sir, you
nothing.
can't have that. You know, and I'm like, okay, like I understand that you're way more frustrated than you should be because this is the first time I've ever touched shoes in this area.
Yeah.
So how the fuck do I know I can't touch shoes in the green carpet or whatever the fuck, you know? And they're yelling at you and you're like, whatever. I know that you do this 100 times a day. This is the bane of your existence.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
There's another guy over there touching fucking shoes. If this happens again, I'll fucking quit.
I just like, I quit my service industry because I just didn't want to be part of that industry anymore. It's just like, it's just awful.
And you gave it back too.
I gave
Like,
it.
you gave it back to the customer.
Oh, sassiness?
Oh, for sure you did. I would not want to be sassy to you
Oh,
at
no.
a fucking restaurant. Like if
No.
I was there, hey, lady, then just U-turn. Like, did he just snap and call me lady? My kid's thirsty. Oh, your kid's thirsty. Yeah, like I could just imagine.
Well, this isn't a family restaurant, so why is your kid here?
Get out.
Yeah. Get out. You're not
just
one.
your kids. You stay. You
Yeah.
stay and eat your fucking. Stay and eat your
The
food.
kids can wait outside in the cold. I just like, I don't, but most people are getting to that point where, because all these people who work in the service industry do not make any money. So why are they like trying to uphold the best customer service possible? There's no reason for them to do it anymore. Like, or ever really. We were just brainwashed into thinking that it was important.
Yeah, but we know it's not. Do you have any comedy shows coming up? Are you going to be a comedian again?
I did a debaters and you did a debaters.
Oh yeah, I did debaters.
It was fun.
Yeah, it was pretty fun.
We
Oh, who did you? Yeah, you did yours with Graham. That's cool.
yeah, it was good. It was really fun. I like doing it with like people like, because I've always like with Graham.
Of your generation, so you can be 32 again. 32-year-old Kathleen.
No, I just like it doing with other comics that aren't like over prepared. Like, because I like to just kind of like make up stuff. And like, if Graham is really good at, so if you're with another comic, then it's going to be a lot of fun.
Yeah, usually your turkey's raw and mine's burnt.
Yeah.
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 That's to describe our show business personalities. Overdone and undercooked. You want to peel the burnt part off or eat pink? What kind of comedy do you like?
The pink will make you sick. The pink will make you sick.
The pink tastes better.
It tastes better, but will make you sick.
But you will be fucked tomorrow.
You'll vomit for sure.
But the burnt one, you'll stay alive. Oh, sure you will. But all those shards. No.
They were talking about you too.
Oh boy.
Every time everyone's like, "You're so funny." You did something that was, you said something. I don't know.
Oh, I did one that was I can't.
I don't know if it was remember. Even when you were on, but it was. They said you said something. It was pretty funny. I just can't remember what it was.
And it was funny, but I don't remember.
I don't remember anything,
that's
John. Don't take that personally.
No,
don't
I just mean that's the best description of my comedy.
It was
there
funny,
was
but I
something
don't
that was said
remember.
that was pretty funny, but I
don't
not
remember.
a memory in print. Yeah, you can't see that husky's pads in the snow. Nothing there. I don't remember. He's a funny guy, but don't remember a word that was said by him. Oh, he was funny sometimes. Did he bang pans or did he speak? I forget what he did.
His closer was banging pans. I do remember that.
It could have been. No, I think I did a firing because it's Vancouver.
Oh yeah,
and they always introduce me as like Alberta.
Yeah.
Like, then I'm sure do they do it to you?
Always, yeah.
Which is fine because then you get to like lean into it hard.
Well, I was like, they gave me the horn, and I was like, why'd you guys give me the horn? That's not funny.
Oh, because you're the convoy gal.
Yeah. It got a laugh from them, but not you.
Well, I was just thinking about what I was going to say next.
Oh, sorry.
Because everything we both say is so not memorable.
The Alberta thing? Yeah.
I can't remember.
You were from Alberta.
I think I said something about like what did they ban in the parks? Was that what it was? It was like they banned like you can't feed coyotes at the parks anymore, but this activity in Vancouver parks was also banned. And then I said you're not allowed to go. Kids aren't allowed to go down slides anymore because they might say we, and that's a pronoun. And
yeah, that was the one that they were
that.
talking about. Yeah. That's a very good joke.
But yeah, the crowd was like, "What the fuck?" And I'm like, "Sit down, Squamish." Like I just like kept calling them the wrong place.
Because that's your like debater's character. You just get angry at the crowd. Because we were also talking about Yumi and how she's unbeatable. I don't. They said we don't think because she's just
beatable.
So likable.
Yeah.
She can do anything. She could. And I said you guys should make her debate abortion or something crazy.
Oh yeah, give her something wacky.
Because you can't beat her. She's too. Yeah, right. But they love her so much that she's hard to beat. Because I think Katie Ellen debated her, and she was like, "Yeah, she was."
Yeah, I debated her one time, and it was horrendous.
It was the best debate.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. You debated her, and he debated her in Yellowknife.
Oh, yeah,
and
that's right.
The debate was good, but when he comes out, like we were in Yellowknife, he comes out, "Good evening, yellow horse. I mean white knife." And they booed him. They booed him. They were
Right
so
out
mad
of
at
the
him.
gate.
It was so good.
Because they said it was racist.
No.
Yeah, some of them did. A couple of them did. Yeah, afterwards, like, well, that is culturally insensitive.
That's not racist.
Because those are Aboriginal names, and I'm like, yeah, but they didn't call them that.
No,
that's English. That's
if
the English.
If comes to that conclusion, that person should stay home for the rest of their life.
Yeah.
Like, don't go out and try to have any fun.
But no, especially when the audience is CBC, though, you're gonna have a couple. Yeah, they're just like the conspiracy guys.
One of my firing lines questions was like, because I did all day breakfast. They're like, what McDonald's? What happened to McDonald's and breakfast in 2020? And I said it started the COVID-19 pandemic. And I said a lot of people thought it was a bat, but it was an Egg McMuffin. And then some people didn't like that. I was like, is that racist to say that it was a bat? I was like all in my head after that because I was like, I don't think I did. I don't know if that was offensive. Maybe they were just offended because it wasn't a good joke. But like, I don't know. But I was just like,
you never know. Yeah.
Sometimes they get mad at things that you're like, what? And then they don't get mad at others. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, at least the way I do it, I'm just a character.
Yeah, it's
so,
good.
I'm just wrong about everything. Like a guy says something and I go, shut her mouth. And then like a woman says something like, somebody shut that guy up. And then people are like, what the fuck? And I'm like,
Sean likes
typical Squamish response
Sean
in
loves
Vancouver. And they're like, what the? So eventually they're like, oh, this guy's just upside down world or whatever.
Sean loves misgendering heterosexual men.
Yes.
That'd be so.
That's-
You should just start. We should start misgendering like dudes. Be like,
Yeah.
excuse me, ma'am.
Lady.
Excuse me.
Back up, lady. I'll back up. I'm not a. Yeah, I don't know what to say something aggressive and then call them a girl at the end because they won't know what to be like. I'll fucking kill you. Like, wait a minute.
Because gender hurts them more than it hurts a person that is trying to not be a gender. You know what I mean? It hurts someone that is so. I am a man. Don't you dare even think I have
I'm
a
all
feminine
man.
bone in my body. You know, like
No part of me's a girl.
Exactly. That
Yeah.
offends. That gender issue offends them more than anything. I feel.
And I think gender is like autism anyway. It's a spectrum. Like you're
It
kind
is.
of like you are probably 40 guy, 60 girl.
Probably, I would say that. Yeah, 60-40.
And I'm probably the same.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, well, yeah, but you're more of.
I
You're
don't like
like
flowers.
a tom. Is
I'm
it tom?
I'm a tom.
I don't know if we're alled to say tomboy anymore. I think that's an offensive term.
I think it's called. Why'd you have to call me a Rita girl?
Yeah, why did they call girls who wanted to be boys tomboys? Why wasn't there one for dudes who
I
wanted
probably
to
was
be
a Rita girl. He's a bit of a Rita girl.
Oh my god.
Yeah, like we, just like he's a bit of a like it was just gay. We
Yeah.
went to gay. That was just it, right?
Well, I
we never
was-
went to girl. It was gay.
Yeah, it
like,
was
he's
always
gay.
straight to
Like,
gay, yeah.
girls could be like boys. We never were like, oh, look at her, quite a lesbian. You know, like she enjoys sports, lesbian. Like we do that now.
Yeah.
But we didn't do it before. We just made him like it's like a guy.
stereotype
She's
now.
like a guy or
Yeah.
whatever. You know.
She's a guy's girl or girl's guy.
She's a girl guide.
Yeah, she's a girl guide.
She's a girl's guide.
Because I was thinking about this today. I was like, well, like, because gender is such an issue to people nowadays, but in 20 years or 30 years, it's not going to be an issue at all anymore. There's probably going to be something that's even a step above.
Yeah, because Trudeau
And-
wants to go back to one gender.
Well, there.
He's trying to take the world to one gender, and I'm gonna fucking stop him. Do you understand me?
But the people that are progressive now, by the time you get old, there's things that you're like, really? Like, what's going to be the really thing for them? Like, what's going to happen? What's the next generation going to have that they're going to change the world with? That the people that are like so progressive now are going to look at when they're in their 40s, 50s and be like, that's weird. Because I know that with my mom. My mom grew up in like the 60s, flower child. All of her friends, they were all like these hippie ladies. But oh my God, the minute they turned 50, very conservative, very like anti, like it's
Yeah, I guess it'd
crazy
be
the
like
switch, and it
The
happens
next one
to
would,
most
I guess
people.
the next big one would be like treatment for pedophiles or something.
Yeah, maybe they
Instead of
will,
just
or
like, "You
treatment
fucking
for
sicko."
criminals in general. Like they're just gonna start like,
Well, we already are like you murder
Releasing-
somebody,
Yeah.
and we're like right on.
yeah.
You know,
Way to express
20%.
yourself.
Yeah,
Way to
20% of the world like. I killed him. I still got blood on my suit. And it's like, listen, you acted fast. Everything happened fast.
Yeah, in like
So-
20, 30 years, they're going to have like, Jeffrey Dahmer was persecuted just for killing a few people.
You think he wanted to...
He had to eat.
Look, you know how many fucking turkeys sat and rotted outside of the freezer? You think he wanted to have all those turkeys rot? No, but he didn't have the freezer space because of his compulsion to kill humans.
Or maybe, do you think maybe in like 30 years, people are going to start marrying animals?
That's what everybody's uncle thought would happen. What's next? We let that happen.
Cats
What's
marrying
next?
dogs.
Cats
People
marrying snakes. What?
That
Two
was-
snakes and the
that's-
cat is marrying them. He's the pastor.
That is a weird saying, like cats and dogs.
What's next? Yeah, the what's next people are always good.
What is next, though? I really would like to know. It's kind of because I don't even like. I was just like thinking about it today. I was just because I remember when I was in high school, it was still, if you were out of the closet, that was really bad. You know, like it was still. I remember going to this drama camp, and there was this one guy who was there. The first day, he was like very like. Just quiet. He wasn't like any, you know, but by the end of the week, when he was around a bunch of people who didn't care that he was gay, who were like, no, that's fine. He was out of the closet. Like he was so.
Oh yeah, in Fort Saskatchewan, like the closet was Jeffrey Dahmer's deep freeze. You know what I mean?
Yeah, like, I think-
you were fucking padlocked.
Yeah, but that
and
was, like-
frozen and in pieces.
Yeah, and that
Like,
was
you weren't-
only 20 years ago.
Yeah,
and
that
now
wasn't-
it's just like everybody is.
And
like,
basically, they had to wait an extra 3 years. They had to be like, okay, I got to go through high school too because these guys are lunatics.
Yeah.
And then as soon as they got to like U of A campus,
I could
all bets
find
are-
my
yeah.
core group and that accept me.
but
for
it's
who
sad
I
that
am.
they had to wait. Right?
But
They had
now
to,
it's like everyone's accepted. For the most part, I would believe that most people are getting quite accepted, especially kids, which is awesome. Like, it's very cool.
Well, even if you don't, like, if you live in like some small garbage community where there's still a bunch of homophobes and evangelicals that think you go to hell for it and stuff, you still have the internet. Like,
Yeah.
you still have this giant support
Yeah,
system
yeah.
of people online that are like in other small communities getting the same shit,
Yeah.
talking to each other. Like, so you have a community now.
Yeah.
I don't even know some of the people, they just, just them, like 20, 30 years ago.
There's probably
like,
communities of pedophiles that are like, we were persecuted just
there
because
are,
we
there
love
are.
children.
It's hard to get in.
They're called Genophiles. that's
It's
their
hard to,
group
yeah,
name
they
to
don't
hide.
have their own radio station. Let's put it, you can't, what the fuck is, that's
6:30
pedophile
Genophile.
radio.
Pedophile traffic. Sean, can you go to the
Human
pedophile
traffic, the human traffic on the Ellerslie Bridge is really backed up. And that's just code. You know what I mean, guys? Hit it. More Elton John. Let's throw him off. I don't know. How long have you been fucking nattering? Because
I
somebody's
don't
got
know.
to eat the shepherd's pie.
Are you going to eat it cold?
Frozen.
Frozen.
Dahmer style.
Dahmer style.
Sean's freezers were full of M&M's shepherd's pies. Yeah, I don't get the eat part. Yeah, Dahmer will always go down as the biggie, probably, right? Because of the eat. He's the eater.
Yeah, I think anytime cannibalism is involved, you're going to be at the top of the memory list.
If you eat it after, they know your name.
Yeah.
Right? So that's maybe why you do it. Maybe he wanted to be the most famous.
I mean, most serial killers.
Because he's not the whatever murderer. He's Jeffrey Dahmer.
Yeah.
He's not like
Yeah, he
Jeffrey
doesn't have a
Dahmer.
weird
The
nickname.
Dibba-boo-boo.
'Cause what-
It's just Jeffrey Dahmer, the guy who ate him.
Yeah, that's very true. He doesn't have like a
No,
weird nickname.
He's Dahmer.
Yeah.
He just
Yeah,
fucking became the brand.
I remember when I was a kid, the joke that everyone told us was, what kind of shampoo does Jeffrey Dahmer use? Head and Shoulders. Like, I just remember that as a kid, like talking about serial killers. Anyway,
I would just.
I'm off today.
I would like to tell jokes where I'm just like, it's not even a joke, or just like, guess what? Where it's you think it's obvious, like, guess what kind of shampoo Jeffrey Dahmer used to use? Pantene.
He loved how it made his hair feel.
Yeah, then you just leave it at that. Pantene. What, 2 in 1 or?
You could be the logic comic.
I wonder if
It's
there's
the
any. Is there
logic-
any males in the world that use 2 shampoos? Like, are you 2 for 1? You got to be 2 for 1.
Only if I'm dating someone and she makes me.
shampoo?
Really?
Who?
Like
Oh,
it.
you gotta have this. You gotta have like shampoo and conditioner, these fancy things. Otherwise,
Who
Right.
would? I would never. I want to spend the money on my hair. I don't want him to have to spend a lot of money because I
I
need.
want to be able to braid your pubic hair. So make sure it's very well conditioned.
Do you condition your pubic hair?
You don't want dick.
The fuck are you talking? Yeah, but only because it's 2 in 1. Like, I'm just joking. I don't even. What shampoo down there? What for? Your pussy
know.
doesn't need to dry out like that.
I was asking you because you're the one that
Do you
came
put
up
like
with
a hairnet over your vagina?
No, I
when-
don't. I don't. I just let.
Not my pussy today. I really need a shower, but
Lisa,
not my
It
vagina.
takes too long to do my pussy after, so I don't want to do it today.
Yeah, you smell great, except your pussy. I don't. I don't get it. Oh, I just decided to wash everything but my pussy today.
I want it to be more.
One of those showers.
Oh my god.
What a funny topic. Oh, well, at least you're not high.
No, not at all. I'm not high at all.
I think it was a successful podcast.
Yeah, they're good
then it
from time to
started.
time. I don't know.
It's like an open mic, 1 out of 3.
Yeah, I mean, we
2
wrap
out of
shepherd's
3 a
pie.
week.
You can't scratch it,
No,
but you get something tangible.
you get something real. Oh, look, you did win a shepherd's pie or 2.
I'm gonna gift
See?
the shepherd pie to the 2 white dudes in the room.
Aw.
I don't want one.
You don't want one?
No,
a girl's
give
got to
to
take
him.
it. Come on.
No, I got.
He's
chef-
actually a pretty good singer.
I
His
I
old
got-
stuff.
I got a food kit company this week because I want to try it. Because you know what? There's so many out there nowadays. You can do their free trial and your things are like $10 a day. Yes. And change your emails. Like I'm a horrible
Yeah.
person, but
And then
fuck
you
it.
can pretend that it was like fucking a little snapping noise in a garden. Like oh, put it in Kathleen's fucking instead of the truth, like it's behind a toilet. Everything in that basket was
It's not from a
pulled
grocery
from behind a
store.
fucking toilet.
Yeah, he's probably old, but I'm going to try it anyway.
All right. Well, thanks for being on it. It's brought to you by Kathleen's
And M&M
car.
meats.
M&M meats.
Pate. What does that say?
Did you guys hear Eminem dropped a contact?
Is that Chinese pate? Is that what that says?
Chinese pate?
Well, look on the side in French. Shepherd's pie is pate chinoise.
Oh, pate chinois. So maybe it is a Chinese dish.
I doubt it. I don't think Chinese
Shepherd's
people would
pie.
ever
I guess
claim
it could be.
shepherd's
There's
pie.
shepherds in China.
The only people that want to claim it are British
Where's
people.
it from? French Canadian. Then
Really?
what the fuck are the French calling it chinois for?
Yeah.
What the
That's
fuck?
weird.
Okay.
All right, we'll figure it out for next week.
I like how you're like, shut up, we're not looking it up now.
My favorite part was the
Pate chinois.
chedophile.
The tedophile?
Chedophile.
The
that's-
chedophile. That would be a good one.
Yeah, I like that one.
We can make those shirts. We're not going to do any of it.
Yeah.
None of it's happening. And we'll go online and there's like 8,000 chedophile shirts.
Oh.
Just like always. No, I
Check it
haven't-
now.
I haven't looked.
Google chedophile.
Chinois. Pate chinois. Why the fuck do they call it that?
That's weird. Although I am taking French on Duolingo and it's frustrating as fuck. I get so angry sometimes. The French language is too complicated.
Chinese workers on the railroad were generally fed ground beef, potatoes, and corn.
Oh, so that's why they were calling it Chinese. Okay.
Right. So it's racist, but we don't know because we don't speak that dumb
We don't
language.
speak the racist language of French.
But they need to stop.
It originated from South China. but
South
many French
China.
Canadians had immigrated there to find work during the Industrial Revolution.
South China. It started in China?
Here, have a Chinese patty.
French Canadians.
Oh, because I was going to say,
I
there's
want
not
you
a
to
lot
take
of
this Chinese patty home. Come on, take a Chinese
You
patty.
can only eat these. You can only eat shepherd's pie with chopsticks from now on.
See shepherd's
That's
pie,
it.
see Chinese patty. Fuck, would that ever not sell well in Alberta?
Well, because there's not a lot of potatoes.
Chinese fucking.
There's not a lot
I
of
will
potatoes in Chinese food.
Yeah, but it's not. It's about how they were fed during the.
No, I know, but like that's why it's confusing because I'm like, there's not a lot of potatoes in Chinese food. Can you think
No,
of
but
a
it's
Chinese?
what they had here when they were here,
I know.
when they were enslaved or whatever.
Yeah. Or whatever.
You can't or whatever slavery. Yeah, you can.
Yeah.
Thanks for being on the podcast. Take your Chinese patty. One for Jam.
You take this Chinese pate home for your children.
All right.